and welcome to Delightful, Delicious, Delovely. My name is Christina Elise, and today I am going to be making a spicy teriyaki king oyster mushrooms, or king trumpet mushrooms. Apparently they're very close to the same thing. I think the trumpet ones are meant to be a bit smaller. I bought them in a bag like this, a crunchy bag. Hokio Organic King Trumpet Mushrooms. This is 9.5 ounces. They're pretty big size like that. In here you see I cut off the tops, the little mushroom tops, and I'm reserving them to make a pasta or some other mushroom, maybe some stock with later. But the stalks, the stems of the mushrooms themselves, I sliced into half-inch long, half-inch wide slices, and then I took a knife and tic-tac, like a tic-tac-toe board, scored both sides of the mushroom so that when they marinate, that they will absorb some of the marinade into the inside of the mushroom instead of just the outside of the mushroom. All right, so to make the marinade and the teriyaki sauce, this is just going to be used for both things. I'm going to add, that's a cup of water. Into that cup of water, I'm going to add, this is a low sugar version of this recipe. I know that people use as much as a whole cup of brown sugar in their teriyakis. I don't like my food that sweet, and I don't eat that much sugar in my life, and probably the rest of you don't either. So it's going to be a little bit less sweet than your average teriyaki, but I'm going to add what I think is about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar to this warm water. And I'm going to add, just for some flavor and some fat, a tablespoon of sesame oil. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of minced ginger. I like ginger. I tend to go a little heavy-handed with ginger. Also, as I always say, if you can buy ginger already peeled and minced in a jar, it's really the way to go. Tastes just as fresh and yummy, and it's not a pain in the fucking ass. All right, now I'm going to need 6 tablespoons of soy sauce. This is a low-sodium soy sauce, so I'm going to call that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dripping everywhere. And I'm going to use a tablespoon or so of, you can use either imitation oyster sauce or mushroom flavored sauce. It's about a tablespoon of that in there. Oops. And because I like my stuff spicy, I'm going to add a tablespoon of sambal olek, which is optional. I like spicier food though. Sweet and spicy happens to be a very nice combination. Alright, the only reason to have this on heat really is to dissolve the sugar, but there isn't that much and it's already dissolved. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this marinade, I'm going to put the mushrooms in this bowl. I found a George Foreman grill on somebody's trash a couple weeks ago, like sitting there on top of it nice and neatly with a post-it saying never been used, and the cord was all still tied up and it was clearly never been used, George Foreman grill, which I have. I took it, very pleased to have it, but I haven't yet used it. I think I'm going to try to use it to grill some tofu. I was going to use it on this, but I don't want to fail on this. So I'm just going to pour this very thin teriyaki marinade onto those mushrooms. And I'm going to let them sit for about half an hour. 20 minutes, half an hour or so. Let them absorb. It's nice that it's warm. And while that's happening, I'm going to steam some rice, and I'm also going to, in the last 5 minutes of steaming the rice, I'm going to add some bok choy. So this will be a spicy teriyaki king oyster or king trumpet mushrooms with rice and bok choy. And I will be back in 20 minutes when this is marinated. Bye. Okay, so I marinated it now for a good 20-25 minutes. I'm going to heat this pan up. Oops, I need my towel. I'm going to heat this pan up and put a little bit of just cooking spray on it. You could use a grill pan. You could use a George Foreman grill probably. I don't have the balls to try that right now. And so I'm heating this pan up, and I'm going to then cook these guys up. It's not quite hot enough. I'm going to let it get hotter. So this George Foreman grill, I should really look into how people have been using it. I know that the whole point of it is that it on a tilt and it drips all the fat off of your meat when you're cooking it. I don't know how much fat's gonna, no fat would come off these mushrooms. I don't think any fat would come off tofu or most of the things that I would be grilling on there, except for Beyond Meat products. Those have a great deal of added fat in them, and that would be good for those things. Whenever I cook the Beyond Meat sausages, I have a grill and on my stove, and the fat from the sausage drips onto actual flame, and it burns, and it fills my whole house up. All the alarms on every floor go off because of those things. So maybe the George Foreman grill is the way to go. All right. They're a little bit fragile. I scored them a little, maybe too deeply with the knife. But I'm going to cook them. And then I'm going to reduce this marinade and turn it into a glaze after these guys are cooked. Okay. Smells good. I was thinking about making a vegan banana cream pie. Somebody mentioned banana cream pie over the Thanksgiving holiday to me, and now I'm obsessed with the idea of banana cream pie. I don't think I've tasted a banana cream pie in 30 years. Don't eat a lot of pie around here. But I'm kind of intrigued. I guess I could do banana coconut, and then it would be coconut milk and coconut cream whipped up. I have a coconut-based sweetened condensed milk. I guess the real trick is coming up with some sort of a gelatin replacement that it doesn't have gelatin. This is on high heat. I'm going to let them cook for a little bit, and I'm going to turn them back, flip them until they're cooked, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm kind of having a run of bad luck with this channel. My technology is really fucking me over. So what I did was I grilled, or I pan-seared the mushrooms until they were caramelized on both sides. Then I put them on top of my rice and bok choy that I have here ready. And then I took the remaining, I took them out and I took the remaining marinade and put it in this pan with what I had in a measuring cup. I had dissolved a tablespoon of cornstarch in about a quarter cup of water. And I whisked that into the marinade and heated it over high heat at a boil until it thickened. And now it's nice and thick. And I'm going to simply use a spoon. Be careful with this stuff. It is molten lava. Don't burn yourself. Don't burn your mouth with it. And then I'm just going to drizzle some teriyaki sauce on there. And that is it. Garnish it with a little bit of sesame seeds. And voila! We have, there it is. I put some sesame seeds to make it look pretty. Oh, that's a lot of sesame seeds. This is my spicy teriyaki king oyster or king trumpet mushrooms. And that is that. I apologize for all these technical problems I'm having. It's such a drag. And unlike some people who do like Bosch, who like have a studio and do these things and they're making a living doing it so they can afford to just make stuff and not eat it, I have to eat everything I make. And so when I make something, if some technical problem happens in the production of this video, or the video of making it, then I have to make it all over again and eat even double the amount of it. So pardon me, I'm just a home cook sharing my recipes with you guys. So there you have it. That is my vegan teriyaki oyster or trumpet mushrooms. With spicy teriyaki sauce. Okay, please subscribe. And until next time, thank you for watching and thanks for bearing with all my technological issues.